It's hot with soup!
What do we normally say in the beginning?
Welcome.
You say whatever you want, man.
Say welcome.
Just the word welcome.
Welcome.
I'm your host, Elvis the Alien.
Welcome
If you want
back
to
to
do it, go for
No, you interrupted me.
Oh, I didn't know you were actually going. I'm sorry.
We already did the intro, guys. Just
No, that was the
say your
intro.
names. Say your names right now. Go.
I'm Elvis the Alien.
There you go.
Well, I already did mine. I'm the intro.
I'm buying a pig.
Fucking
Zap
Christ.
tie.
Zap tie.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, just informing everyone that we are like super tired. Right now it's like almost midnight where I live. I think it's 11 p.m. where Pig
party
lives.
time. Party time.
Party time.
Our boy Pig just worked a double, I believe. So
That's what's up. That's what's up.
everybody's exhausted right now. So
Second-
forgive us for the fact that this is going to be very sleepy.
Second day in a row, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. 14-hour shifts. I would kill myself.
It's fun. I would recommend it to everybody.
Wait, is it 14 hours? You said?
Yep.
Oh, you poor thing.
I
Open
know.
to close. That's what's up.
With the kid too.
Gotta make them dollars. Gotta make them dollars.
Goddamn, that sucks. And then you get to come home and change some,
Change some
Diapers.
diapers and then work on a video while changing them diapers.
you're like
You must be
constantly
like
working.
you're like really good at one-handed editing at this point. Like you've got it mastered where you can switch between the keyboard and mouse like a pro.
Oh yeah, I have a cradle thingy in my room, so I just bring him in here and rock him with one hand while I'm editing with the other. Yeah, it works.
That's actually really smart.
Multitasking.
To be totally honest.
Nice.
No, that's well played. Okay, so let's just rip this Band-Aid off. I'm not even gonna pretend that I don't think any of us really want to talk about this that much at this point.
We've heard
but
it too much.
What is YouTube terms of service, or not even terms of service, advertiser-friendly shit, whatever. Do you guys go first? I have a thing to say, but I'll let you guys go first.
So apparently everybody's getting their videos demonetized because videos starting to crack down on the terms of service that, I mean, apparently they were already in place, just they weren't really, they weren't like backing them up with anything. They were just like, okay, here's our terms of service. And
It was even enforced. It just wasn't like publicly known that it was enforced.
no,
That's
but-
why.
Yeah.
Wait, what, really? It wasn't
No,
enforced?
there was just no
originally?
notification of it.
They just started doing
Oh,
it.
right. They're giving us notifications now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They
okay, so
used
I
to
guess it's
not.
kind of better then. Yeah.
I guess. But they are like completely removing monetization though, which is weird because normally it's just like I don't think they ever completely removed monetization just because it wasn't advertiser friendly until recently.
Were they doing this before? They were doing this before, just they weren't telling anybody?
Yeah,
Apparently.
they were. Yeah, apparently they weren't like completely demonetizing it, but they were taking away ads, or
Oh,
like
really?
they weren't doing as many ads as they would.
That's kind of
Normal.
scummy if you think about it, like not telling them at all, like not telling us.
It could have just been like a trial thing to see if they could just like maybe pick like, well, this advertiser can go on this one and so forth. I don't know. They could have done something like that maybe.
To me, it looked like that they were in place but never really enforced until just recently, and then they started demonetizing shit.
Yeah.
And
That's the one bit that I did actually want to comment on, is that I have a very strong feeling, or at least this really reminds me of back when the Content ID system was introduced. A shitload of people got false claims and strikes right off the bat.
Yeah.
Within the day, basically.
Yeah.
And there was a whole bunch of videos made, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna ruin YouTube. This is gonna destroy YouTube." And then now, like, I'm not pretending Content ID is perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was at the time. And I think this is a similar instance. I think a lot of this is because the process of the demonetization is automated still. Mm-hmm. And I think even the review process clearly is still kind of automated to some extent. Which it shouldn't be, but that's just kind of something we unfortunately have to deal with. But the way I see it is that I think this is just because it's such a new thing, and it's just because everybody's stuck, or not stuck. That's not the right word. Tiredness is sinking in. Not stuck. everybody currently is getting hit all at once for videos that normally wouldn't have this happen because it's new. Like, because if you go on the website, if you go on the actual listing for advertiser-friendly content guidelines, it explicitly says, you know, there's the whole like, oh, swearing, drugs, controversial, whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The thing everyone's worried about. It explicitly says if the video does contain inappropriate content, the context is usually newsworthy or comedic, and the creator's intent is to inform or entertain, not offend or shock.
Yeah.
So that whole portion makes it seem like nothing has changed, probably. And I think this is just a really, really, really bad implementation of a new feature.
Oh yeah.
I honestly feel like we're kind of making it a bigger deal than it really is. I feel like they just kind of messed up, and they're
I don't know.
I feel like it's gonna get better.
Some channels are getting destroyed by this shit. Like every single video that they made got demonetized.
Yeah, no. If you look at Mr. Repsion, who I'm not familiar with prior to this, but I think it was something like 20 videos.
Holy shit!
Of his, like he just showed an email, and it's like a full page of just a bunch of these videos. Like here, let me see if I can find a screenshot of that. Okay, yeah, here we go. So it's like, yeah, I can't even count. Like I can't even at a glance look at how many videos that there are that he got.
That's ridiculous.
That were demonetized.
I didn't know it was that bad. I thought it was just a few videos here and there.
Some channels,
most people it is.
Some channels were reporting like 150 videos. Like it's fucking insane. Like,
because actually I had it happen to me before they let it out, because my greatest show on YouTube, the Marina Joyce one, I put ISIS in the tags, and because I mean, you know, the whole Marina Joyce situation, but there was a yellow dollar sign on my thing, and I was like, okay, it's weird, and I looked at, and it looked like
I might have put ISIS in my tag for my Marina Joyce video, and mine didn't get touched. So let me check.
Really, yeah. But I was curious, and it looked like I was still making money off of it. And then Wild Spartans messaged me, and he's like, yo, dude, I saw you had ISIS in your tags, and apparently YouTube blacklists that tag, so anytime you use it, then you don't get monetization. So I removed it, and it went back to a green dollar sign just right away.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's like mostly through tags and titles. Like that's how they're doing it, which is so stupid though, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like the thing about it, because I said something to Chubbs about it on Twitter. The whole Twitter. Fuck you, I'm tired. God damn it! Now I forgot. God damn it, you piece of shit.
Chubbs on Twitter. Wait, what?
Yeah, we were talking about how cussing in the videos is going to remove, because I was just saying all you have to do is just worry about your tags, worry about your title, and worry about your description. And Chubbs is like, well, you have to worry about cussing in your videos, and I was like, well, because it's botted. And so I assume that the subtitle thing, the automatic subtitle thing, is supposed to be able to pick up the cuss words. But I'm like, 90% of the time it's wrong. Yeah, so how can they go off of that? Because I mean, it says something like, when it said I'm back, it says I have no bread on my video. It said I have no bread or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't really rely on that. That's why that's why I don't get the whole cussing in the video thing, because it's a bot. So it's not like they can do anything.
Someone could say duck or something and then get their video demonetized.
Yeah.
So, like, that's just, that's really stupid. But apparently, like, none of my videos got touched. Did any of your guys' videos get touched?
No.
Just one.
Oh, really?
Just the greatest show on YouTube,
fixed. Right? Yeah, I got fixed, though.
Yeah. No, none of mine got anything. But, I mean, I don't think I have... I only use, like, 10 tags a video for the most part. Yeah. I have very few tags to begin with. But, yeah, I really do think it's just primarily a metadata scan.
Yeah, definitely.
And they just have certain words blacklisted, which they need to fix that. Like, this needs to be... In my opinion, at least, I think this needs to be a case-by-case thing. This should be something that's added later, not automated and put on.
But there's so many videos, you know, like how could they possibly do it?
Yeah, and the weird part about it is it's affecting like the mid-range subscriber count. It's not really affecting the low guys. And I as far as I've seen, like anybody below 100,000, it doesn't seem like it affects many people.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the people who got affected.
But I mean, everybody who I've heard got affected are just bigger people. I mean,
that's for the most part. Yeah,
I haven't heard anyone who's like in our range getting affected by it at all. Which I think is weird because, the higher ups.
You got affected, though.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, ISIS, I'm sure they easily could have just blacklisted the word ISIS just completely. So anytime I put that on, I didn't even have to go through the dispute process that they have now. All I did was just take out the tag and it just went back to normal.
Was that before or after everything was blowing up?
Before.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, The whole thing is so shitty, though. Like some people, I think Philip DeFranco mentioned that he knows someone who got 150 videos demonetized. Imagine having to go through every single video and alter your tags and titles and shit.
Because some people, I know there were some people, some horror channels that were having trouble with words like horrifying and deadly and
oh really
shit like that. I think Rob Dyke, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Rob Dyke got hit with a fair few of these for literally just the fucking word horrifying in one of his titles. Like top 10 most horrifying fucking creepypastas.
Oh my
god. And it's demonetized, get fucked.
Yeah.
Because because they're no graphic imagery or whatever. It's stupid.
And that video on something about a video on suicide got demonetized is probably because they had death in the description or death in the tags and
Boogie's
stuff.
video about suicide, right? When he was talking about it, or wait, was it him? I don't remember, but
yeah, he had a video on suicide prevention, I think.
Yeah, that's fucked up. The way they're doing it is so stupid. Through just words. Going through the actual video and finding the content that's bad. That's how they should do it. I don't know how they could do that, but yeah.
Okay, you mentioning Boogie though. Can I need to say something about Boogie?
Oh no.
So it's probably fairly clear from my last video that I'm not the biggest fan of him. But well, I guess not my last video anymore. I forgot I actually uploaded more than once in the span of a week. The last big video where I talked about him pretty extensively. I think the next day or the day after I released that, this whole TOS thing went down, and he made not one but 2 videos.
I know, dude,
talking about it while on fucking vacation.
Oh my god!
But this is the thing, first of all, neither of the videos, surprise, surprise, have any substance because it's Boogie 2988 we're talking about here.
Yeah,
so it's completely pointless because he's talking about a subject that barely affects him. But he's going coming at you live from the power of the internet, maybe for one of the last times. I'm like, you
oh my
pandering
god,
little fuck stain.
Jesus.
And I realize I'm being overly aggressive, but honestly, the fact that people can't see through Boogie's bullshit,
I know,
pisses me off so bad because people are like, oh, well, he's had a hard life, he had a hard childhood, he had a bad relationship, and he's fucking fat or whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah, all valid things. Yeah, I sympathize with him to a degree, but he is outright just fucking ripping from people as much as he can. Why did he start a Patreon at 2.5 million subscribers?
I know. Yeah, that is
and
pretty
there's no
shitty.
rewards. There's no rewards.
Wait, really?
Yes, no, there's
What the
nothing.
fuck?
The thing is, there's separate reward tiers, but all of them just say, oh, you get my undying gratitude, but you don't get anything for doing this. It explicitly says you don't get anything. And I'm like, are you serious? He has a $100 tier, and it's you don't get anything you wouldn't get for any less money. I'm like, why do you have this? You pull 20 million views a month.
I know.
You lazy shit. You're a millionaire. Stop begging for money on fucking Patreon.
That's why I don't
He
get
gets 20 million views a month? Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Usually,
Oh yeah, he gets a lot of views. He makes a lot of videos though.
Yeah, no, he makes a shitload of videos. He's once or twice a day.
It's funny because he made a video on Patreon, and throughout the entire thing, he was he was just trying to convince people to give him money without giving anything back. It's just so shitty.
I don't get it. I don't get how people don't see through him.
I know.
I really don't. It's because he seems nice, and I'm sure he is nice. But
and
you can be nice and be a scumbag, and I think he's that.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel it's the reason that he's fat and he's had a tough life. And people want to be, and he's a nice guy, and he seems genuine and sincere. So people don't want to be mean to him. People don't want to put him in a bad light because it's I don't want to hurt his feelings because he's fat and stuff.
No, he's gotten a lot of
fat,
shit
so he's
before
soft.
though. He's gotten a lot of shit. he's gotten a lot of hate before. I mean, I think he got a lot of hate on Reddit because of that Patreon video. When he first released it, that's why you can't find it on YouTube. That's why
well, I feel like I guess like YouTuber. I've never seen YouTube mention it at all.
Like I'm not gonna say this for sure, but I'm one of the only people who I've seen that has like actively taken a legitimately negative shot at Boogie.
Colossal at least not extensively.
That's what I mean. In a video. Yeah, like, because I mean, plenty of people have talked about him, but like, people don't, and I could be completely wrong. Like, I'm sure somebody's gonna correct me. Actually, that's not even true. There is a video by a dude called I'm Alex with 2 L's and 2 X's that he just released, I think today, that I watched that I really liked, that went into this whole Patreon thing, his whole just like general begging for money and shit like that. Like, but I don't how do we get on Boogie? Oh, terms of service, right? But I was trying to wonder, I'm like, how the fuck did we get here? But I'm glad we did, because seriously, this fucking guy, like, he's just hiding behind this nice guy shield that just makes him completely impenetrable to criticism by most people, and it drives me fucking insane. Because he deserves it more than like most people who get shit all the time. But no one will.
It sucks because I feel like it's partially due to the fact that, I mean, he is being smart and milking YouTube, you know? I mean, that's what most people do. Like, I mean, like lots of people are guilty of that. Like, I mean, our friends Pyrocynical does it all the time, you know? I mean, there's a point where like it's smart, but then you can also like take it too far, and I think he might do that.
Especially I don't even think he'd take it too far. I just think it's the fact that he pretends that he's not doing anything wrong. That's what gets me.
That's like what I feel like always pisses me off about a lot of people, is when they act like nothing's going on, or they it's just like they're lying to people's faces. Like, if you're doing something for money, just be upfront about it. Don't be a little bitch. Like,
sure. Like, people give Pyro a lot of shit for his barely over 10-minute videos, and like, yes, that's a completely valid criticism, but he makes fun of it. He doesn't pretend, like, he will openly admit, like, yes, I just did this to get it over 10 minutes. Like, he's totally open about it, and I'm not saying that makes it an invalid criticism, but I do think, like, at least he's forward. You know that he's like, yeah, I'm doing this for more ad revenue, and frankly, I don't see anything wrong with that, really. Like, I don't have any inherent problem with it. I don't do it personally. Like, I don't really have any trouble getting my videos over 10 minutes, but like when people do it, it doesn't bug me. If I see a video is 10 minutes and 2 seconds, like whatever,
like a 3-minute image at the end or something.
If you throw on the fucking thumbnail.
It was actually funny because Ale mentioned this, because he stretched out his outro, and he's like, guys, stretching out your outro is a lot different than adding, you know, like stretching out your content. Your content's there. Just stretching out your outro is not a big deal. Which honestly, it's kind of a good point, because you had your content there. You did your content. Like, who cares? People can leave for the outro. It's just, you know, maybe an extra 30 seconds. Like, it's no big deal. It's not like people are going to stick around for it.
Or just do what Pyrocynical does and add a meme at the end of every video.
Of varying length depending on how far under the 10-minute mark you are.
And 90% of the time, it's just shit. It's something really stupid.
Oh yeah, I don't even stay for them. Like, they're not worth staying for, generally speaking.
They're never worth it. You know,
so you see them on Twitter already. That's the biggest one. It'll be like Twitter shit posts that he made during the day or something like that.
Or he'll just take someone else's Twitter shit post.
Or that.
Something that also really bugs me about Boogie is the fact that, like, I feel like he uses his problems to get views sometimes. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive, but I think at least to a degree,
I'll fucking commit to saying that. I absolutely think he does it.
I mean, he must like know that it pulls in views, you know, and so he must milk it at least a little bit.
Oh yeah,
right. Well, because he constantly mentions, like, on Twitter especially, he'll constantly mention stuff like being a victim of mental illness and talking about how he has his depression and anxiety all the time, and he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna be crazy for the rest of my life. Like, he says stuff like that all the time, and it's like, okay, yes, I get it. Having mental illness, like, there's nothing wrong with having mental illness. There's nothing to be ashamed of with having mental illness. However, he seems borderline prideful, which that's when I get like really pissed. Because I am similar to him. I have depression. I have anxiety. And it's not like the standard, like, 13-year-old girl saying it. Like, I've been diagnosed with both by a fucking doctor. Okay, I don't want to get shit in the comments for this. I genuinely have these mental illnesses. But, like, I don't talk about them that frequently, unless it's actually relevant to the conversation, because it's another shield he hides behind. It's like, oh, I fucked up. Well, if people hate on me, I'm gonna get sad because I'm depressed. Like, no, bitch, you're gonna get sad because you're getting hated on like everyone else. Yeah, that's just how it works.
And in my experience, because I've dealt with a lot of like I've had depression myself, and I've dealt with a lot of people who've had depression. In my experience, people who legitimately have those issues never want to talk about it. They don't want to bring it to people's attention. They do not want to bother other people with it. They just want to, not talk to anyone.
And that's how I was too. That especially, they never want to bother people. That's very true.
The thing is, anytime, back then when I was like really bad with that, like I never wanted to talk to anyone about it. Like I didn't want to bother them with my problems, kind of thing.
And when you do open up about that kind of shit online, it's usually like a huge deal, and it's like a one-time thing. You know?
Yeah. You don't do it every fucking week.
I know.
You don't do it every time you get hate.
I got sad, guys. I got to make a video.
Let me find this tweet from him. There was one tweet he made a while ago that just got to me. Like just with the way that he worded it. Let me try to find this. Hold on. It's okay. Let me see. Where is the word? I'm trying to find it. It's like the word victim. Hold on. I'll look for this in a minute. We can talk about it.
This kind of reminds me of our other podcast when we talked about like fat people for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We're doing it again.
We're doing it again. Talking about fat people for 20 minutes.
Fat person.
Fat man.
We got some hate in the comments too.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I was going to say, it's shitty is the fact that like we addressed his weight and therefore we're fat shaming. And
it's so dumb, dude.
It's just like, I don't know. It's because it's like I'm not the thing that bugs me in particular is that he when it comes to the whole fat thing, he'll explicitly mention that he's tried to get healthy or something like that, or that he was planning to try to get healthy. But like, I'm okay. This might come off insensitive, but where is any indication that that's happening?
He's getting worse.
Yeah, he is. Like I'm confused by how he can look his audience in the face and say I want to get healthier. Because like the thing is, quite frankly, if he loses his weight, I think he will lose his audience. Maybe that's shitty to say.
No,
but like
that makes
his
sense.
Francis character, especially if his Francis character was not fat, like no one, who the fuck cares? If Francis isn't fat, who cares?
Yeah.
And so like he'd still have his audience when it comes to him talking about games and when it comes to him doing his vlogs or whatever, for sure. I think that would probably
but the Francis would be gone.
But the Francis element, which is a big part of his channel, would vanish overnight.
Yeah, he wouldn't be buggy if he wasn't
I don't
fat.
think he can do that. I genuinely don't think for his career that he can make that decision. I don't think he can lose weight yet.
The thing is I feel like he knows that he wants to, but I feel like he might use that as an excuse to not, if that makes sense.
Like an excuse for himself?
Yeah, like, I can see that. Maybe I shouldn't do it because people enjoy this. Maybe I'm just sounding like a dick by saying that, but I mean, it's possible.
It's probably in the back of his head.
I kind of get what you mean, though.
Yeah.
It's in the back of his head, but at the same time, I feel like he desperately wants to lose weight because he's dying, Like, nobody wants to fucking die. Like, that shit is scary.
Like I mean, I just don't get it, because if I was on the verge of having a heart attack at any second, like, you got to have some type of dedication to stay alive.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like leaning towards his arguments, where I'm like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. Like, I mean, he might just feel like completely defeated most of the time, because you can't like get up and walk around for like more than 10 minutes without completely like being exhausted.
No,
that's true. He is at that point.
He can't even walk anymore, I'm pretty sure.
No, he can walk, but barely.
He can, but he is generally like he did a vlog from, I don't remember which convention, a fairly recent one, maybe Fan Expo or something like that, or VidCon, one of the two. And he, for the majority of it, was on a scooter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, and so I do think he's hit that threshold, but it's like, I don't I don't know. Like I realized I probably was coming off a little bit insensitive. I think part of my bias against his personality is coming out a little bit against his weight, which isn't really fair. Like I can acknowledge that, but I don't know. It seems weird to me that he seems to always push that as being like, oh, this will drive me to get healthy, but he's still making daily videos where he's sitting in the same chair and working on them all day. And it's like, okay, I get that.
Not showing any progress whatsoever.
Yeah. So it's like, it's another instance of like, okay, if you're not doing it, fine, but stop saying you are.
Yeah.
And the thing is why
this is his whole thing.
He could easily just start like some sort of, YouTube challenge videos or something like that. Like challenge number 1, he'll do this and he'll gradually start working out more, and like he could do something like that, which would gain him a lot of views. Like have some people watch him like lose his weight. And
that would start a positive trend too, because other people would want to do it as well.
Yeah, didn't FouseyTube get big off of that kind of thing too? Or at least a little, like he got some exposure from that.
Well, yeah, because he used to be nice and chubby.
Yeah.
And now he's like fucking shredded.
Yeah. FouseyTube should get in contact with Boogie and getting him into shape.
Yeah, like
well, I mean, in fairness, FouseyTube was like much smaller than Boogie. Like FouseyTube was like mid-level overweight.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
He wasn't like, enormous to the point where he couldn't walk.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, that's the thing. And this is where, again, it comes into play where, like, I do have sympathy for him in a lot of places, but I think he exploits that so fucking bad, and it gets under my skin. Like, it's in my opinion, it's just disrespectful.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like if I was in his position, I might do the same shit because I feel like, oh, look, it's working, might as well do it.
That's what's shitty is that I don't.
Yeah,
it's like it's just an endless circle of like criticism blocks.
Yeah.
That you can really find anything that can counter anything you can say about him.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. So
anyway,
that took us on a tangent about. Sorry, just fucking.
Let's move on from Boogie, and
this can smoothly segue. Let's talk about stress because that's what I'm feling right now.
We're stressed right now. We're really fucking stressed.
So,
God.
Okay,
I want to die.
You know what, I feel like you have the most, probably the most stake in saying anything about stress when it comes to YouTube.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. You guys, fuck you guys. You guys not nothing. I got it bad. I mean, like, for example, okay, here's been my week. I the past 3 days, I work 14 hours each day. I come home.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
I thought it was only the last 2. You poor man.
No, it's 3. And I come home and from a job that I get paid way too less at. I should be a manager, but long story. I'm not going to get into it. But I come home, have to be, very supportive, very nice to my wife because she dealt with Ezra all day. And it's emotionally draining. It's hard as hell to do that. Because I can't even do it for 2 hours without wanting to stab myself. Like it's hard work because you have to cater to his every need. When he's crying, you have to change him. You have to feed him. I mean, it's just being a dad. But it sucks because I always want to go home. I want to relax. I want to just take a shower, lay down for a bit. But no, I want to give my wife a break. So I have to carry Ezra around. I have to change him. I have to feed him from a bottle. Like I always, just to give my wife a break so she could nap for a little bit. And then after that, I get 3 cups of coffee and then work on my new video.
Just nonstop work.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm hoping, that one day it'll pay off, which I'm really hoping will happen. But, because I'm really working my ass off to get at least a video a week. And, people are saying, well, don't stress out about it. Don't worry about it. Just take your time. It's like, no, I'm not going to take my time. I want to get this shit out. I want to make videos and I want to, get shit moving. If I stop, then I might not, grow. Like it's that the whole thing is stress. Like, okay, I have to keep going because if I don't, then I'm just going to I'll stop growing. Nothing's going to work out for me. And then I just got to keep going.
And it's that stress on top of the stress that every YouTuber deals with, that is trying to make your next video the best one,
Exactly. And not only that, like my job pays for shit. I want my wife to be stay at home continuously. because I don't want her to go back to work. I don't want to send my kid to daycare. Daycare is shit. It costs way too much money. It's just not going to work out. And that's another thing I have to stress out about is I have to keep working at YouTube as hard as I can because it does not make me much money whatsoever, but it makes me the slight amount that really helps me get through the month.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have a mortgage. Like I have a house. I have a kid. I have 3 dogs. I have a lot of shit to pay for.
You should probably eat one of them.
I'm considering. I'm really considering.
Save yourself like $30 a month right there.
Yeah.
You just eat one of your dogs.
No, one of them I sometimes want to get rid of because she pisses me off a lot.
Are any of them very old?
They're all basset hounds, and she's the oldest, but somehow she's still the most insane, and
How
it
old is
pisses
she?
me off. She's almost 2.
You have 3 dogs under the age of 2.
It wasn't my idea.
That's it. Was it Amy?
Yeah. The first dog with
Amy, I know you're probably listening to this. You make horrible life decisions.
No,
3 dogs at once.
You want to know how I got all those dogs?
Yes, I need to know how you got 3 fucking baby basset hounds.
Number 1, we both wanted together. We both wanted a dog. And we were in an apartment building that didn't allow dogs, but I got it for her for Christmas because she wanted a dog, and then we got kicked out. But we were looking for another place anyway, so it was fine. And then the second one, I was calling her. No, she was calling me. This is the dumbest thing I've ever. This is so stupid. She was calling me. I pick up the phone, and all I hear is, "Yeah, Aaron doesn't know yet." And I was like, "Aaron doesn't know what?" And she's like, "Oh shit." I was like, why would you be talking about that, something that I didn't want to know if you're calling me? But anyway, besides that. And she's like, "Well, I may have bought another dog." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because I was like, I just want one dog. This is too much work. And then we get the second dog. He's a male. And then, the first one was a female. So I'm sure you could figure that one out. We had a litter of puppies. And
oh my God.
We sold them all. And then there was one that my wife was emotionally attached to. And every time I put up an ad, she took it down. And so, long story short, we ended up keeping him because she wanted him really bad. And that's how we got our 3 dogs.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Not much variety, though.
Man.
Just all the
that is
same
just
fucking
unfortunate.
My life isn't that stressful, guys. It's not that bad.
Okay, so here, we're going to, I was going to talk about, some of the stresses I have, and I realize it's not a competition, but honestly, I'm just going to go fuck myself. I have nothing worthwhile to say after that. So
I'm sorry.
I'm going to go broad. No, it's okay. I think you summarized it in a nutshell. That was well put.
Yeah.
But I think just stepping back and looking at it really, really broad rather than specifically, because this is where I thrive, is when it comes to stress in general, I think everybody who doesn't do YouTube looks at it and it's like, why are you so stressed? It's just YouTube. And the thing is, even if it's not your job, even if you don't make money on it, if you have that mindset, when you have a big following, when you have a lot of people who watch, if you're a smaller channel, then yeah, whatever. If it's just a hobby, then yeah, that's fine. But if you're a bigger channel, you have large quantities of people who are looking forward to the next thing you make.
Yeah, they're waiting for it.
Right. And that in and of itself is a huge kick in the ass when it comes to wanting to get things going and get videos made. And it doesn't seem like it's something that should be stressful. It's oh, we'll just get that video made, make it, whatever, it's fine. But you touched on this earlier, Elvis. You said that everyone wants to make their video better than the last. And that's true. That's just how it is. And everyone's well, everyone will still like it anyway. It's okay, cool. If you have that mindset, that's how you get into where your content's eventually going to suck.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you get into being H3 Productions.
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
Just wait for the next video, guys. It's probably already out.
It's so
It's
bad.
probably
Put it
already
up
out.
2 hours ago.
They're so bad now. It's
People are going to be unhappy with that one too. I'm sure.
I don't care.
If they don't
They
see
need
it,
some type
come
of slap
on.
in the face.
This is what we're learning, guys. When we're tired, we're too honest.
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, I love H3. Honestly, H3 was one of the was the channel that like made me want to do YouTube. I mean, to like
Really?
to the style that I'm doing it right now. It wasn't like my favorite channel, like, you know, when I was like 12 or anything, but like recently, I think like maybe 2 years ago when I first started watching them.
I think that's when they started, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
and it's funny.
They're fairly new.
Because I used to love Ethan and Neil. Like I used to love their channel so much, and that's why I even mentioned in videos. Like, because I said, if it's already out, you guys know, I say like, Ethan, please come back to me or something like that, because he just keeps repeating the same memes over and over, and he just won't, like, you know, be funny again. He just won't do something new. He won't be creative. He won't come up with something cool. It's just,
but the thing is, he was being creative and making wicked awesome stuff. Like what, like 2 months, like a month ago, like a month ago.
And now all he does is just repeat the same shit and not even try.
Yeah. The most baffling thing to me, though, is that it seems to be like it was after this channel merger, because they had the Ethan and Gila channel, and then they had H3H3, and they decided like, okay, we're gonna stop making videos on 2 channels. We're just gonna put everything on H3. And at first, I thought this sounded fine because I watched both at the time. Like I watched the Ethan and Gila channel, and they made pretty solid videos.
Yeah.
Like they weren't great, but like that's where the Slammin' meme came from. That's where I'm Ethan Bradbury came from. Like a lot of their primary like jokes from their videos, a lot of them did come from the Ethan and Gila channel. So like it was solid, and then H3 was really good. And for some weird reason, merging the two of them together has just ruined both of them.
Yeah, because
Like, it's completely baffling to me.
Oh God,
But
I know.
putting somehow just deciding to not have a second channel has just it's just taken a massive shit on what they make. And I don't get it.
And I think it's funny because, you know, on Ethan and Hila, it's just them sitting down, them talking, just a very relaxed setting. And then, you know, H3 is highly produced, highly edited. Like there's a bunch of stuff on it. And it like they go out, they do skits and shit. But I feel like combining them, they took away the relaxed version of them sitting down and doing stuff. But at the same time, they cut off the amount of effort to take to do the skits and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's just like a middle ground that's just shit.
It wasn't even like a slight cut off though. It was like they completely decapitated the channel. Like not even, I think it was like a month ago, they had the whole Vape Nation, then they had the whole boy band one, and then
those were good.
The gurus and what is it called? The psychics. All
the
three
psychics
of those were they were bomb videos. Like, they were so good. And then they just completely fell off when they merged, like you said. It sucks.
And that's where another thing, I guess we can kind of loop this back to the stress point, I guess, is that like when it comes to doing that, that's where I feel like to some extent I think they've realized it doesn't matter what they put out.
Maybe, yeah.
And I
feel like
maybe that's a really cynical mindset, but like, it doesn't seem like they really give a shit.
It's just like, why try? Like, people are gonna like it anyway, and like why try and make some extensive videos? It's gonna take so much effort and so much time when we could just relax, crap out this shit really quick, and then go hang out. You know what I mean?
What sucks the most though is that like that's probably what's gonna ruin their channel. You know, people are gonna stop watching, and then they're gonna die
in the long run. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
you need to keep making videos that people are going to look forward to, you know?
like, I feel like even if I'm at that point of 2 million subscribers, I'm like, I want to, you know, I want to keep going. I want to keep pushing. Like, why would you? I don't get people who can have a mindset. It's like, yeah, I'm cool where I'm at. I'm just going to chill here.
Yeah. I mean, look at fucking PewDiePie. At 41
He's still
million
trying.
subscribers,
Yeah.
he still wasn't satisfied.
But he has people working for him, and H3 doesn't. Also,
Well, no.
I think...
I'm sure he does.
H3 could.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure he
They
does.
put out an ad on their Reddit a while ago saying they were hiring editors.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So, yeah, I don't know whatever came of that. I didn't see any follow-up, but I mean, like, they did post that.
You know what I think
So
happened with them?
They might have outside work.
I feel like Ethan was pushing himself too hard to make content that was like way better than their earlier stuff. Like, he pushed himself to the point where like you need to work hard, obviously, to make good videos. But there's a point where if you push yourself too hard to make like the best content you possibly can, then it just gets to the point where you can't make a better video. You know, it's like
Right.
It's kind of like where Colossal is right now. Like, he's spending like 4 months on one video. Like, it's ridiculous. You know, like you can cut down the amount of quality a little bit. You know, if just to release something. And I mean, And if it means cutting down the quality a smidgen to make like a bomb video every week, then that's fine, as long as it's not like cutting down completely so you can relax and just sit on your ass and, you know.
Hey guys,
Right.
Can we cut this for a second? Because I had to take shit really bad. So
Okay, sure.
I'm not cutting this.
no, keep recording.
I'm leaving that in.
Ed,
for
please,
sure.
Ed, please, come on.
Please, yes, we gotta leave that
Don't
in.
do this to me, dude.
You
Don't
gotta
do this
leave
to
that
me.
in.
I'll be right back.
Please. Oh God, that's staying in. So Pig went to take a shit. So
Yep. We completely cut out because the Deuce
We were talking
was...
about something H3.
Oh yeah, his content.
PewDiePie.
Shit.
We brought up that. We brought up PewDiePie.
How people
That was the biggest thing.
lose their, I guess, passion when they get bigger.
Yeah, their drive to care because they don't have to.
Yeah. Because you're at the point where they can just lay back and be like, you know what, I'm just going to settle on this for a while, kind of like what Leafy did. But I mean, I guess he's trying a little bit harder now. But what he did before, where every single day, just a shit video, no editing, just, every single day, just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of mindset.
completely turned a new leaf, though. Haha.
No.
End it.
Good.
Please
End it.
please end the podcast. It's over.
Okay, so. but oh my God, damn it. Okay.
The shit isn't done.
PewDiePie is a child rapist.
This is a fucking mess.
PewDiePie is a child rapist.
Okay. So I do think, though, I'm glad you mentioned Leafy, because I know everybody thinks now, apparently, because opinions have changed, because his content changed, now we're like Leafy dick writers.
Yeah.
So now that makes us all like, oh, you hated him before. It's like, yeah, because his content sucked, and now it doesn't. And we didn't even hate him. We just thought his content was bad.
That's what pissed me off. Well, you hated him. No, we didn't hate him. We hated his content. His content was terrible.
Yeah.
I still think his content isn't good, but it's better than what it was.
It's a lot better produced, but him and PewDiePie are two very good examples of people who, frankly, did not need to change anything. They really didn't.
Did. Because
they did because they wanted to.
Yeah.
They wanted to be more prideful in their work. And I know, I mean, I don't talk to PewDiePie at all because I don't think he knows I exist. But I talk to Leafy fairly frequently, and you can you can tell. He is proud of what he makes now.
Yeah.
And I really don't think he was
excited
before.
about getting stuff out now.
Yeah, and he takes way more time on it to the point that he has to keep delaying videos, which if he wanted to just shit stuff out, he wouldn't delay things.
And delaying podcasts.
Yeah.
By the way, for everyone still waiting for it, I'm never gonna put another date on it. So I'll just say Leafy episode someday.
It'll happen at some point.
It will happen. He's still interested. He still talked to us about it. It'll be one day, but what is this podcast?
Probably get Pewds on before him.
That would be something.
God damn it.
I need to send him a message.
You should ask him. Utilize those DMs, man.
I actually complimented him on his improved content not too long ago, and he seemed genuinely happy about it. So I think
he seems very grounded when it comes to if you're being genuine with him, he will be genuine back. Every time I've seen anybody who's messaged him, if you say something nice to him, he'll be appreciative and say thank you instead of being you're fucking gay and fat idiot loser. Like iDubbbz, for instance. I love iDubbbz, but he cannot break the meme for the life of him.
Oh, I know.
He just can't. And I really think that unless you meme at PewDiePie, your first message to him was cunt, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he just made fun of your subscriber count.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
That's earned. But if you're genuine with him, he seems like he'd be genuine back.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah,
actually,
he's cool.
I mean, iDubbbz, he actually came to me about. Because I made a tweet about how I'm nervous about the greatest show on YouTube because it's something different that I normally do. And he messaged me, he's like, yo, dude, why are you nervous about it? And then he watched my video and gave me pointers and stuff and helped me out. He was being actually sincere and not memeing the whole time, which I thought was cool.
I'm so jealous. iDubbbz is one of my favorite people on YouTube.
I think you got him one of the 4 times a year he does that. It's the solstice, or not the solstice, the fucking solstice. Wait, what is it? What is it called?
Eclipse.
No,
is that what you're talking about?
That eclipse is when the moon goes in front of the sun.
So what are you talking about then?
The solstice, that's like when the seasons change,
What
right?
the fuck are we talking about?
We're
That's
talking
when the
about
seasons change.
Jesus. We're talking about
No, we're not talking about Jesus.
God damn it.
A solstice
this podcast.
occurs...
It's going so bad, guys.
Okay, it's the solstice and the what? What is the fucking
here?
other
I'll look
thing?
it up right now, just for you.
This is gonna drive me crazy.
Solstice
I'm sorry.
and what? What are you looking for? I don't know what you're looking for here.
For spring and fall, there's another thing.
Literally,
It's like a solstice is summer
A
and
solstice
winter.
is an astronomical event that occurs twice each year in June and December as the sun reaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Equinox.
Equinox.
It's fucking equinox.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
it. So you get him. Jesus, that was like a huge diversion. I'm sorry.
we literally lost every single person that was.
Everybody left the video
Everybody
already,
clicked
guys.
off by now. For
I think
sure.
everybody left a while ago. This
Yeah.
is
Oh
just-
yeah. When we started talking about fat people, like, okay, I'm fucking done with this shit. I'm out.
The thing is,
Fat people again.
knowing how this goes, everyone's gonna say like this is their favorite one. It's always the ones we think are total shit that everyone likes.
Yeah.
Because we mentioned that they're total shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. You again, irony shield. I'm being a complete hypocrite. I'm fine with that. Like you hide behind it. You acknowledge the flaws, and then you're good. Like no one can touch you.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's the pyrocynical method. Make fun of yourself so fucking much that there's just literally nothing anyone can say about you that gets to you
And
in
when
any
they
way,
say
shape,
something
or
about you,
form.
it's like, yeah, you're right. I am that.
Just
Yeah.
agree with criticism. It confuses people.
Yeah.
It genuinely throws people off. Like when I get hate comments or hate tweets, I'll just reply like saying that I completely agree, and they never know what to say back.
Yeah.
It totally fucks them off their game.
Because 90% of the time they're wanting to trigger you in order to get a reaction
Right.
from you, but when you actually agree, it's like, oh shit, I don't know what to do now.
Exactly.
Okay, so I think another thing that is, I'm going back to the whole stress thing. When it comes to views versus subs
Oh
on
god,
your videos,
that
like,
kills
it
me.
Fucking
yeah.
yes.
If you don't reach like your sub count in views on each video, like I mean, you might not know this as a viewer, but we as YouTubers, like it's kind of like an attack on our pride a little bit because we're like,
Yeah, guys,
okay.
watch my videos more, you dicks.
Because it's like, oh, well, you subscribe, but you're not watching my shit. It's like, that's what we think. But even though, like, you know, we don't know, like, you might not have seen it, or maybe you just didn't watch YouTube that day, or, you know, there's tons of variables. But the thing is, like, to us, there's a ton of stress to, like, you know, if we don't get that certain amount of views per video, it's like, oh shit, I'm doing worse. You know, we get that, like, that idea in our head that, oh god,
I'm doing something wrong.
yeah, our content, like we're doing, our content is getting shittier. Oh shit, like, yeah.
or for example, like when I feel like my most recent like video, the Ghost Hunters video, I felt like that was like the best video I've made on my channel. And then like it doesn't do as good as like a lot of the videos that I think are shit now. So I'm always just like, well, what the fuck? Like the videos that I'm like feel really good about, and I'm like, okay, this one's gonna really do it. Like people are gonna love this, and then I send it out, and it's just like an anticlimactic thing.
Dude, it happens to everybody though, because I mean, my recent videos are doing well, but one of my favorite videos on my channel is the one on Shoe Nice, the human garbage disposal. Yeah. That's like one of my most prideful videos. Like I fucking spent so long on that, and I love it. And it's like stagnant right now on views. Like it doesn't grow at all. So
yeah,
like it happens to everybody, you know. It just sucks. But
and I like okay, some advice for any YouTuber, any small YouTuber: never compare yourself, because it only makes you sad. It makes you very, very sad. Don't do it, please.
Yeah.
Do not look at other YouTubers your size. Don't look at any YouTuber that is like slightly bigger than you, because all you're gonna do is compare yourself to them. And if they have more views than you, you're gonna think you're shit. So stop it.
That's a good way to. That's a good way to like kill your motivation and and kill your channel. If you constantly compare yourself to other creators, it's just a shit thing to do. Like what you should do is watch other creators and like kind of steal some ideas from them. No, don't copy them by any means, but like, you know, take inspiration from people and do your own twist on it. Like try to make the best content you can. Like try and be inspired. Try and make content that you love to watch.
And also, like, make videos for your audience. You know, like when you like have your mindset of, okay, I want to make videos for my subscribers to enjoy. Don't think I want to make videos so I could surpass this guy or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who had that. Like I've been starting to do that a lot more lately. Is just focusing on, okay, what are my subscribers gonna like from me? Not necessarily like, oh, what can I do to grow my channel faster?
Mm-hmm. And something that's like kind of nice about having a smaller channel and not worrying about like views and stuff is like there's some freedom to it, because where I'm at right now, like I literally just started YouTube as a job like not too long ago, like maybe like 2 weeks ago, and like crossing over that threshold. I know Hey Watch Your Mouth did it recently too. It's like so creepy because you're like, now you're dependent on views and money, you know, like before it was like, oh, well, I don't really give a shit. Like I'm just going to make the best content I can and just hope for the best. But now like I have to like think about the numbers, think about like what's going to reach the audience the best. Like what day should I upload to reach the most people? You know, like it's like, I mean, you might be thinking about that stuff before, but when money comes into it and you need the money to live, it's like, it's so much more important. And it's like,
and it sucks because that's like the situation I'm in. Like YouTube isn't my job, but YouTube is a small source of income that gets me through the month.
Right. Yeah.
So I have to think in that mindset as well.
Yeah.
Like, I have to pander to a small extent in order to, you know, kind of grab some people's attention. Yeah.
That's a good reason to have a Patreon, because honestly, if I could, I can't obviously, but if I could, I would go 100% Patreon, no ads on any videos. And as long as people would just
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, if people like, if I got like even like the bare minimum, like $1,000 a month, I might be able to scrape by with like ramen or something.
Yeah.
That's what Jim Sterling does, and it worked fucking wonders for him. He makes, it's like $10,000 a month or something.
Oh,
It's fucking insane though.
But he doesn't have any ads.
Yeah.
And it's because he did that. His entire mindset was like, I want to be completely independent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be on any network. I don't want to be like held by any ads or any sponsored content.
Yeah.
So here's my Patreon. If you want to support me, support me.
Mm-hmm.
The more money I get from this, the more videos I make.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, he's making $10K a fucking month. He's
know.
making six figures a year.
Like that's awesome.
And he only has like what, 300,000 subscribers or something?
Yeah, which is awesome.
Like
that's amazing.
Yeah, he's making way more than he would with AdSense.
Props to him though for being so transparent with his income, you know? Like I feel like a lot of YouTubers kind of, you know, they bait their audience to give them money when they already make a fuck ton of money. But with Jim Sterling, it's like, this is the amount of money I'm making, you know? Like you guys control it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
his salary is completely public.
Yeah.
Which is neat. Like it's a bit weird for sure.
Yeah, it is.
It's very uncommon to say the least.
Yeah.
Because anytime like
cool.
someone asks what you make, he's just like, well, it's right there. Just look up my Patreon, boom. It's weird.
I mean, good for him though, because if I could, honestly, I would do that too, because it's way more stable.
Oh yes.
You know, it's like a concrete number that you're getting. It's not like, oh well, maybe if my views don't get as many, you know, like if I don't do as well on YouTube this month or something. It's and if you have an audience that likes your content enough to donate, like I think that's way better than, you know, relying on views and ads and, you know, whether people have ad block on or not and shit like that.
Well, I think we about did good, right? It was a good podcast, right?
Good is a very strong word for what this was.
We did good. Yeah.
It was adequate, or we have a star that says there was an attempt on this podcast.
I spent a solid 50 seconds of airtime figuring out the word for equinox. Greatest episode of Hot Wits.
If you made it this far, type in wait, what should they type in? Equinox. Put equinox in
equinox
in the comment section.
I want to see how many misspellings there are of equinox.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. Yeah, comment equinox if you somehow made it to the end of this fucking train wreck. I look forward. Okay, pig. I swear to fucking Christ. Like, I swear to God, I'm gonna figure out how you do that with your hand and like remove that skin from you. I will straight up flay your hand so you can't make that goddamn noise
I'm tired,
anymore.
And I find it hilarious right now because I'm really tired.
It is funny, but I am mad at the same time. I can't explain. Stop doing it. I'm including the bit where you say you went to take a shit. Like,
don't do
it's
this.
done.
Yes.
It's there.
Yeah,
it's already there. Everyone's heard it
God
already.
damn it.
It's okay. It's okay, Pig.
It's too late.
Everyone poops, dude. It's fine.
I don't.
Everybody poops, except for women.
I am a flower. I am a lovely flower who does
A
not
pure
shit.
angel.
I am a
Bees
dove.
shit on you.
I am a dove, a
That's
flower.
not better. You're saying you like to get shit on then, because bees shit on flowers, right?
Well,
Well, pollinate, whatever. They kind of shit on them.
They have sex with them, right? Isn't that what they do?
fuck them. Oh my god.
Bye.
Actually punched my microphone. This is a good place to end. All right. Good podcast.